by yourself.
That's why you showed them. I showed the struggle. I don't always post the shine. Like the shine is gonna be the shine. Everybody posts that. I let niggas know like this shit ain't easy. Like you know what it took for me to get here.
The late nights by yourself.
I sold candy to go to tournaments, all that in the cold. Like where I robbed people to get this bread. It took a lot to get here. This shit ain't easy. And I just to people all the time. A lot of females be coming to me like, yeah, like you look like your life is good. Like you ain't worried about my love. Everybody go through something. You just ain't gonna know it.
That nigga smooth. You heard him? My love. My love. Smooth nigga.
That nigga cooler than the other side of the pillow when they talk that John.
It's crazy, right? Because I be in my house thinking to myself sometimes like, man, this famous shit ain't easy, bro. Everybody want to be rich and famous. Right. I don't want to be famous.
I just want to be rich.
But you know what it is though.
And even being rich is hard.
It's your spot though. It's it's niggas that's amateurs that they just want to be where you at. Had that type of management. Had that type of. And there's some niggas that's dogs and wasn't able to get it, but you was chosen, and you would because not only because how good you fight, how good you entertain. A lot of the people don't understand that this is a business.
Boxing is entertainment, man.
Yeah, but a lot of these niggas just don't do it as entertainment. They doing it as a business side, but this is entertainment. Like
fighting good ain't good enough.
What's crazy? It's entertainment, right? So now, like Shakur Stevenson, right?
Yeah.
Great fighter, right?
Right.
Tremendous fighter.
Baby boy.
Huh?
I said baby boy.
Yeah, but like he'll fight, he ain't gonna get that many views. He'll fight, he might not get that many views. People might say he boring. Now me go back and come back on a comeback fight. A lot of people gonna watch. Wanna know why? Entertainment is a story, but it's a storyline behind everything.
You think you and Shakur could ever make that fight?
Yeah, we have to. I got to before I retire. It's a must.
Yeah, I feel like y'all came up in the ranks together.
We came up together and we had bad blood for a long time. Like, we had bad blood. You know these niggas be talking. Like I said, a lot of these boxing niggas just be talking that tough shit. I'm not tough. I don't want to be tough, but I know I'm like that when it comes to these. Right. And I'm not fuck this boxing shit. I'm talking about streets for real. I'm really like that with these shit. So, like, that is a must. That fight is a must. It have to happen.
We're going to have him up here next. We're going to chop it up. We know he's from the Jersey native. You a Brooklyn nigga. You know I'm a Jersey nigga.
Yeah, you know niggas going to say what they say. Like I said, I'm not no hater, nigga. I've never been a hater.
Nah, you ain't say no crazy shit.
No, but I give props. That's what these boxers don't understand. Like, I give props when it's due.
What's good, Just Do family, man? What y'all just heard was Chris Colbert, primetime Chris Colbert, back at it again as always, running his mouth. You know, he's brought up Shakur Stevenson, and before I get into this, big shout out and salute to Beards and Bottles podcast. Y'all can go find that whole interview on that platform with Chris Colbert sitting down with them, and he gave his thoughts about Shakur Stevenson, and you know, he said they had bad blood for years, that this fight has to happen. You know, he kind of contradicted himself a little bit in his interview. You know, he said he don't want to be famous, he just want to be rich. Well, you know, you sure could have fooled me, because anybody that knows Chris Colbert knows this dude does a hell of a lot of talking. You know, he puts the different colors in his hair, blue, pink, red, you know, green, you name it. He put it in his head before, and you know, he brings attention to himself. He's very brash, very outspoken. I mean, he could have fooled me if he didn't want to be famous, because he brings a lot of attention to himself. For a guy that doesn't want to be famous, you know what I mean, he sure puts himself out there. And, you know, he also contradicted himself saying, you know, he doesn't try to be tough. And, you know, other guys try to be tough. And then he went to talk about street stuff for real. So, you know, that's kind of contradicting yourself. This boxing, this ain't the street. So it's like you saying you have to show people that, you know, you from the street and all this. And you say you show people the struggle and not always the shine, man. Look at your Instagram, bro. You post boxing videos and things like that, but you post the shine and you post the glitz and the glamour, man. You know it, and you bring a lot of attention to yourself. If not with how you speak, it's with how you dress and putting those different bright ass colors in your head, man. But nonetheless, you know, he also brought up how, you know, people would say Shakur Stevenson is boring. He don't get views like that, you know, saying that his backstory is bigger because he lost, and, you know, he was at the top and lost it all. You was never at the top, dude. You was never at the top. You get what I'm saying? You was undefeated. Yeah, you was undefeated. Now you 16-1. You was undefeated. You 16-1 with 6 KOs, and you calling Shakur boring. And he got more knockouts than you. And then let me correct you on another thing, Mr. Chris Primetime Colbert. You said he don't get views like that, man. I have you know that. Now you need to check and do your homework before you speak. Shakur's last 3 events, his last 3 fights peaked at well over 1 million views in the fight. And then the low end was still over 1 million viewers. So I don't know what fights you watching. I don't know if you paying attention to the numbers or if you just, going off the false narrative that you hear people push, saying this guy is boring and, people don't show up to see him. And I was in the building, September 23rd, that Friday night where he fought Robson Conceição, where he pitched the shutout and pretty much beat him every single round. Pressed the fight for more than half the fight. He was very entertaining. And he got the job done. Unlike yourself, when you stepped up in competition, what should have been a step up in competition against, Hector Luis Garcia, when you fought him, you didn't show out at all. You got dominated in the 12-round fight. You got dominated. You got dropped in the 7th round, and you let up off the gas, and you mentally checked out after you got dropped. You spent the rest of the fight, moving it, basically what some would call running. So I think you need to do a better job at doing your homework about, viewership and things like that, and stop pushing false narratives and bringing up Shakur's name. That's how y'all got into it before. And you keep saying bad blood. That's because he told you straight up he used to beat you up all the time as kids, and it went left from there. So nonetheless, man, it's definitely a fight I would want to see. I'm sick of Chris Colbert talking and not fighting. You saying bad blood and they gotta make this fight happen. Well, look, you handle your business with Frank Martin. If that's the next fight for you, you better hope you make it out of that, because Frank Martin ain't nothing to sleep on. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you make it out of that. You stay at 35, and then there you go. You and Shakur be the next potential fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm still for this fight. I wouldn't mind seeing Shakur Stevenson beat Chris Colbert up, shut his mouth a little bit, because he do a lot of talking. You know what I mean? Nonetheless, this is a good fight for boxing. I wanted to get my thoughts on it. Again, big shout out and salute the Beers and Bottles podcast, man. Y'all could go check them out to get the full interview. He said it was a pretty long interview, good interview by those fellas, man. But I just wanted to come give y'all my thoughts on this, man. Y'all know this fight been long overdue, man. I truly hope this is a fight that they make in the very, very near future, so we could get it squared away, so Chris Colbert could be humbled, because I think he need to be shown that he's just not on the level of Shakur Stevenson. I don't care what he been through in the street. I don't care about the little struggle stories that he talking about. Shakur struggled as well, man. That's another thing. Do your homework. You're not the only one to struggle, and you said it. You're not saying he have a tough life, but what are you saying? What I'm saying, you're not the only one that lived a tough life, man. So don't sit up on a podcast. You know how to get up with Shakur. You know how to get in touch with him if you really want to go about making that fight. But right now, you need to focus on Frank Martin if that's the next fight for you at hand, man, because Frank Martin is coming in there to hurt you, man. Make no mistake about it. But, man, that's my thoughts on it. Y'all get in the comment section, man. Let me know what y'all think. Who will win between Shakur Stevenson and Chris Colbert? And are y'all interested in seeing this fight at 35 potentially, man? And as always, man, y'all get in that comment section and let me know if I gave Shakur Stevenson and primetime Chris Colbert their just due, because that's what I do over here at JusDueBoxing. To the next one, I'm out. Peace.